Hey everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday night. I've got a brand new single and a brand new album out from one of my favorite artists, and you hear him a lot on My Kind of Country because he is definitely real country music. The album is called Starvation Box, and the gentleman is Dale Watson, and it's a pleasure to welcome him to My Kind of Country. Dale, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself, Scott?
Well, I'm great. It's so great to talk to you again. It's been a little while, and I'm real happy to hear some new music from you, my friend.
Yeah, this is a different type of thing. It's an acoustic album, but I got some new music out.
You know, there's been a lot of artists doing acoustic projects lately. I know T. Graham Brown's done one. Rex Allen Jr. just did one. And you know, I really like it because you really get to hear the artist in their basic form, and it kind of draws you into the songs without a whole lot of distraction, you know?
Well, that is that. It was more inspired by the guitar that I use on this album. It's a 12-string. I went down a lead belly rabbit hole. Because I live in Marshall, Texas now, and that's kind of where he's from, and so I just started listening to his songs, and I've never been in the folk type of music, I haven't listened to a lot of that, but which surprised me myself, just because Johnny Cash kind of hit on that stuff for a while, and that's kind of where I went with it, and I came up with this acoustic album to kind of happen there.
Well, that's great. Folks, it's called Starvation Box, and it was released on July the 7th. You can get it at dalewatson.com or Amazon, Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get your music. And, of course, you can pick up a CD copy at any time Dale is performing in your town, of course. And this is an interesting album. Are these all songs that were Lead Belly songs, Dale?
No. They were just inspired by his, Starvation Box is what Lead Belly's dad used to call his guitar, because he wanted to be a farmer like him, But he kept playing music, so his father called his guitar a starvation box. He's going to starve if he kept playing that thing. All original, except for two of them. One was actually it was done on the Elvis comeback special. You only got to hear like 20 seconds of it on the special, and it intrigued me. It was written by Mike Davis, and it was the only time you got to hear the song at all. And so I looked into it and even added some stuff to it myself. But then the other song is another song I heard off an Elvis album that "Stranger in My Hometown." But those are the only two covers. The rest of them were originals.
So when you were writing this, were you using that guitar to write with?
Yes, yeah, that's when you use a different instrument to do all the writing, it definitely inspires you in a different way and makes you write differently than you normally would.
Yeah, I know you're certainly a student of traditional country music, and there's a lot of ties between the blues and country music. They all kind of melded together somewhere along the line. So there's a lot of cross influence between these genres of music, I think.
Oh, there's no doubt there. I mean, it's one of the beautiful things about music, I think, is that it's constantly being influenced by its roots, and there's the blues is traditionally the black history, and then there's also some white history in it too as well, with the four-land farmers and Appalachians. They kind of blend the bluegrass and folk music with the blues and gospel. So it makes its own little unique thing to that artist when you start mixing all that stuff at different levels.
Dale, are you doing some acoustic performances in support of this project?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm scattering in during my regular tours, but I'm going all over with just my guitar and me.
Well, that's great. I know you've got an upcoming tour in the Netherlands and Norway coming up too, right?
That's right. Yep. Yeah, we're going to Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and Norway.
Have you been over there before?
Quite a bit. Yeah, I used to go there a whole lot more in my younger days, but I mean, I've toured over there 6 months at a time sometimes. You know, so it's I can't do that anymore. We're going for 2 weeks now, and that's about how much I like it. Just about 2 weeks is good enough to come back home and get some grits.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I would imagine that your audiences well receive you there because we have a lot of listeners in those markets that really love traditional country music.
Yep. It's been, I gave them my first number one song in the UK. Yes, because that was back in the early '90s. Late '80s, early '90s. So it's I got a long history there. They like the roots music.
That's for sure. That's great. Well, tell me about a couple of the other standout cuts for you on this project.
Well, for me, the Starvation Box is a single and the one that kind of explains a lot about it. But I'm partial to Two Peas in a Pod just because that's a duet with my wife, and we are like two peas in a pod. So it's a cute little song. Really Strong is another song that's about a real guy. He's Elvis's mechanic who became a friend of mine. He put my transmission to my Edsel, 1958 Edsel, in my car, and we just became friends ever since. He even sold me one of his cars, 78 Continental. But he's got a unique story. One moment of being honest turned his whole life around and made a career working for Elvis for him. And then there's another song on there that's called "Whatever Happened to the Cadillac," which kind of sums up being in today's world. Is like, man, when they got rid of the mint seat of a Cadillac, it was a euphemism for everything.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I miss the bench seat and the big trunk, and a Cadillac isn't what a Cadillac used to be. The one other song is "Ain't Nobody Everybody Loved." It's kind of got a gospel tinge to it because I was talking to my wife. She ain't as thick skinned as me, and so if anybody criticizes her, she takes it real personal to heart, and makes her feel awful. And I told her, honey, says you gotta understand. Says there ain't nobody that everybody loved. I said not even Jesus. Even Jesus, had his enemies. So come on, be easy on yourself.
That's for sure. I do like Whatever Happened to the Cadillac. That's one of my favorite cuts on there. And you're right. I miss the ride of those things, man. Those things were like riding on air. And, man, you look down at the speedometer, you're doing like, 80, 90 miles an hour. Feel like you're doing about 40,
Yeah, it's a cushion, that's just riding on air. You're right. The power steering they used to have in them things, it was real power assisted. It ain't like it is today. You have to intentionally turn, and but with back in that Continental that Billy sold me, even that thing. Actually, I got a '66 Cadillac too, and that thing's got real power steering. You can steer it with your pinky.
Yeah.
It's just so light.
Yeah, I miss that, man. I miss the look of them. The Cadillacs. Now you can't even tell they're Cadillacs. They look like all the other cars they got out there.
Well, that's what prompted me to write that song, is because I reserved a Cadillac. Me and my wife were gonna hit the road and do some antiquing on the way from Austin up to Memphis, where we got an Airbnb, and but then we reserved this Cadillac thinking we were going to have all this room to put all these antiques in, and I said, "What are you talking about? This thing's got bucket seats. This ain't a Cadillac." And it looked like an SUV, It looked like a little bitty SUV. The back was barely. They had no back seat.
Yeah.
But it gave me a good song.
And you're right. It's definitely a reference to a lot of other things that are going on in this world, especially with the music. It's like this cookie cutter music you hear coming out nowadays. I have no use for it, and that's why I like albums like this, because they mean something and you can really understand with the message there. It's people put to music, I guess.
Yeah. It illustrates what's wrong. I I tell people jokingly, I said, I think the communists made the bucket seats so we wouldn't multiply.
Oh man!
All their plan,
Well, Dale, after beyond your tour overseas, what's in store for you for the rest of the summer?
Well, just more touring. We're going to hit going to go west coast in August, and hit the west side, and then make our way back to Texas. But I think we got some east coast stuff coming up, but that's a little scattered. But we're just touring.
Well, good deal. DaleWatson.com is the website. The brand new album, Starvation Box. Well, I encourage my listeners, if you get a chance, you go see Dale in concert because he puts on a fabulous show, and it's going to be good music, no doubt about it. Dale, I wanted to ask you, too, I know you had your guitar was stolen from you. Did you ever get that back?
Never got it back. It's gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
They got a lot of money that was in my suitcase and a lot of memories in that guitar. So they struck it gold as far as if you want to hit me hard, that they hit me as hard as you could.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that turns up for you. I know Junior Brown had one of his Get Steels taken a while back too. Jeez.
I don't think he ever got that back either. I think they just probably scraped the coins off and probably hocked it somewhere. They scraped the serial number off. The same with Junior's guitar. They probably just cut it in half and hocked it in two different places.
Well, hang on to that Starvation Box you got there.
Yeah, right? The wife bought me that. It's a 1957 Stella 12-string. It was the same kind of guitar that Lead Belly played, and it's like I said, it makes you play different, makes you write different. So it's a lot of fun for me. I'm not the accomplished player that Lead Belly was by any means, but it's just fun to be able to use it as inspiration.
You bet. Well, it's a fabulous album, and I encourage my listeners to pick it up. DaleWatson.com, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and you're going to hear some more of the great songs right now. And Dale, thank you. As always, I appreciate you taking the time, and stay safe out on the road, my friend.
Guys, you're the best, man. Thanks for helping me out and getting the word out there. And everybody keep on listening to My Kind of Country.
All right.
Scott Weigel.
Thank you, Dale.
Starvation Box, let belly head, let belly head, let belly head. Starvation Box, let belly head, that's what he had, his daddy said. Let Billy out on the county farm, doing life, working dawn to dark. Sang for the governor and they let him go. Starvation Box, put him on the road. Starvation Box, that's what it is, that's what it is, that's what it is. Starvation Box, that's what it is, his daddy said, yeah. Starvation Box is a road to ruin. Mean old road full of roots and rocks, can't eat the music from a Starvation Box. Starvation Box, that's what it is, that's what it is, that's what it is. Starvation Box, that's what it is, his daddy says. Now it might feed so for me, it won't feed no baby. Starvation Box is the devil's hand, devil's hand is the devil's hand. Starvation Box is the devil's hand, devil's hand is what it is. Starvation Box, that's what it is, that's what it is, that's what it is. Starvation Box, that's what it is, that's what it is. His daddy said. It ain't a good day if you ain't in it. nothing to say if it ain't to you. I toss and turn, if we ain't spooning. What you done to me, I hope I done to you too.
Don't eat no pie if we can't share it. Don't sit on the couch if it ain't by you. Don't watch sunsets unless you're watching them with me. You done to me, I hope I do to you too.
Two peas in a pod, always cozy, snuggling up even when it ain't cold. Likely as not, we're always together. We ain't together, everything's wrong.
If you can't see me, don't do my hair when you ain't around. Still brush my teeth, cause I ain't nasty. You done to me, I hope I do to you now.
Well, I don't work out, I get all flabby. I'm up all day if you ain't around. Still brush my teeth, cause I ain't nasty. You done to me, I hope I do to you now. Two peas in a pod, always cozy, snuggling up even when it ain't cold. Likely as not, we're always together. We ain't together, everything's wrong. Two peas in a pod, always cozy, snuggling up even when it ain't cold. Likely as not, we're always together. We ain't together, everything's wrong. We ain't together, everything's wrong. Whatever happened to the Cadillac? I learned to turn it to a compact. It looks the same as every car I look at. What the hell happened to the Cadillac? Whatever happened to the Cadillac? Stretched out chrome up long and black. It used to stand out from the rest of the pack. What the hell happened to the Cadillac? Well, whatever happened to the friendly skies? Coffee, tea, and a friendly smile. Dressed up travel will never come back. That's what happened to the Cadillac. Whatever happened to the radio? Music used to have so much soul, it all sounds the same. I traced it back to what the hell happened to the Cadillac? What the hell happened to the friendly skies? Coffee, tea, and a friendly smile. Dressed up travel will never come back, and that's what's happened to the Cadillac. Whatever happened to the radio? Music used to have so much soul. It all sounds the same, and I traced it back to what the hell happened? What the hell happened? What the hell happened to the Cadillac?
My name is Billy Strawn, and I had just one famous customer, Elvis Presley.
It was back in 1960, found $100 note in the floorboard of a backseat of a car he was working on. It belonged to Elvis Presley, and Billy was an honest man. He had to get it back to Elvis with his own calloused hand. Elvis said, "Who found my money?" Billy said, "I did," with his drawl. Elvis said, honest man, Billy is strong." Honest man, Billy Strong, Billy Strong. Trusted by the king for every car he owned. He was Elvis's mechanic from that moment on. Honest man, Billy Strong. Now Billy's still around, though Elvis he is gone. Billy's still the trusted man that the king depended on. Now what would Elvis do if he needed his car working on? Call honest man, Billy Strong. Honest man, Billy Strong, Billy Strong. Trusted by the king for every car he owned. He was Elvis's mechanic from that moment on. Honest man, Billy Strong. Honest man, Billy Strong, Billy Strong. Trusted by the king for every car he owned. He was Elvis's mechanic from that moment on. Honest man, Billy Strong.
And I saw a $100 bill laying there. He and his dad come pulling in the driveway in a new T-Bird. And I was out on the driveway putting a headlight in a car. And he got out and he wanted to know who found the money in his car. And of course I spoke up and told him I was the one that found the money. And he said, honest man.
Ain't nobody, everybody look,
Not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
haters gonna hate. Always remember, ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
even Jesus had Judas for a friend. Ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look.
not even him.
Now Martin made a march, they couldn't keep him down. Ain't nobody, everybody look,
Not even Jesus,
he preached a word of God, loud and proud. Ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
there ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look.
not even him.
I Satan like to talk, telling all his lies. Ain't nobody, everybody look,
Not even Jesus,
on every year it falls, spread like wildfire. Ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
there ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
there ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
there ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
there ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even Jesus,
ain't nobody, everybody look,
not even him.